Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to Dalal Street Week Ahead program sponsored by Delta.exchange. Last month, Nifty has fallen more than 6%. The mid cap and small cap, even fell even more than that. So we have already discussed enough. So February was one of the worst month. It was the fifth straight month of falling for our market, which has not happened in last 25, 26 years. And then not even a single day FIIs were net buyers. On Friday, it was a shocker. The first trading session in March series, FIIs have sold more than 11,000 crores. So in fact, in the entire thing, the last October, the market sell-off started. There was none of the trading session where there was a selling of more than 10,000 crore. This time, actually, the reason was not India-specific reason. It's a global jitter. What actually happened, the Ukraine president Zelensky was supposed to meet Trump. So, probably, they were expecting something bad. In fact, when they met, so they argued so much in front of the camera, in front of the press people. Even the US markets, came under good selling pressure during the day. It was trying to recover, then again fell because of this argument. So probably some people knew about this, and because generally when world leaders meet, they will talk in a separate room, and then they will come out. They will give a press conference. They'll ask questions. They will answer the questions of the press people. But this time, so this is such an important matter, Russia-Ukraine war. The President Trump, Vice President, as well as Zelensky, all three of them sitting in front of the entire group of press people. In front of the camera, they keep on arguing with each other, right? So definitely this is not, standard. So if that is the case, why he did not discuss with Modi in front of the camera? At least we would have known what has actually happened, why the government of India reduced the EV import tax from 110% to 15%, right? And then, these people, Ukraine actually, the problem for Ukraine is that it was willing to join NATO. That is how the problem started, Russian war started. And now, in NATO, the key member of NATO, US, now US does not want to help Ukraine. Then asking the Ukraine to return back the $300 billion spent on Ukraine for the help extended for the war, right? So now this US is definitely behaving like a big brother and threatening everybody. So I'm sure the Modi would have been pressurized to reduce the tax in order to help Tesla. And major beneficiary of this scheme is a Tesla. Right? So when was the last time you have seen something reducing from 110% to 15%? From 110% to 100% okay, 90% okay, 15%. Then, even when you want to sign a major deal, you went for Rafale jets, but now you are going for F-35, right? So I think there are some, I would say Trump is using the pressure tactics, right? If he can use pressure tactics to one of its allies, and one of his closest neighbor like Canada and Mexico. Mexico, at least, it's not a big country, but Canada is one of the key ally. And then, this Ukraine is a part of the big game. US has always been against Russia. So Ukraine problem started because of this NATO. So if they can pressurize so much, then where India can stand, right? So, things. Okay, let us not go into the politics. We'll come back to the market. So now, the US people, FIIs, I'm sure they will continue to sell. Who knows? In addition to all the reasons that we discussed, probably Trump would have instructed, US FIIs to continue to sell to pressurize the Indian government more to get more benefits for US. So who knows, anything can happen. Now, come back to the market. Though US markets were very, very jittery while these leaders were talking, in the last 5 minutes, last 15 minutes, I think, the market shot up like anything, right? So because of that, the GIFT Nifty also shot up. I think GIFT Nifty closed about 70, 80 point higher than where it closed here in India. So therefore, there is a possibility, very good possibility, that we might open positive, not only Indian markets, most Asian markets, but whether that gap up will sustain or not, I'm doubtful. Right? So usually there is no reason for market to rally the day after FII selling 11,000 crore. So any rally, will be definitely used by the FIIs to book the profits further, right? So usually this is the first week of March. So usual manufacturing PMI data, services PMI data, then US monthly jobs data, and then auto sales data. Auto sales data has come already. Today is the 2nd of March. Most of the companies have declared, but it's a mixed bag. Hyundai is okay, Maruti, domestic sale not okay, but Tata Motors bad, Mahindra and Mahindra okay, right? So, but Tata Motors is already at 52-week low. I think the problem for Tata will continue because Tata is a leading company in selling electric vehicles, but the range has not been very good. Now, if the Tesla enters the market with a high range and with a reasonable price, I think they will price it reasonably because initially, at least, they want to capture the market share, right? So they may not keep high profit margin. So they keep low profit margin, then they will cut lot of futures, right? So that's what, I was watching a video of a Mercedes-Benz S-Class and I bought it. After buying only, I knew that there are so many futures has been taken out in India, right? So, even for 10 lakh, 20 lakh car also, they are giving head-up display. But, Mercedes-Benz S-Class, the head-up display was missing, right? Then they simply say, no, sir, for Indian market, we don't offer. It's like, if you don't offer, then why the prices are so high? It's all because of import tax and other taxes, right? So, what Tesla will be doing, on one side, pressurize the Indian government to reduce the tax. On the other side, they will reduce a lot of futures. And then they will keep a low profit margin, right? So, what people complain about Geo, offer free or offer at a low price, crush the, rivals and then increase the price. So, same thing will happen here. They will come, lower tax, lower margin, they will try to crush the rivals and then they may increase the price. So anyway, now somehow I started feeling, whether India is an independent country, right? But US is doing that kind of things nowadays. So again, we are going back to politics, right? So I always say, don't look for support in the bear market and don't look for resistance in the bull market. So there is no need to talk about the support. Okay, although 22,000 is a round figure support, 21,800 is another support. That is where the last year January started, and then again 21,500. Right. So these are all like not based on technical, some rough ideas. Right. But for the next few days, if Friday's low is not broken, then we can hope for some kind of recovery. So if tomorrow itself, if yesterday's low is broken after opening higher, then there is no chance of revival for this market unless the government steps in and do something good. But whatever the government, at least RBI, whatever RBI can do, I think they have exhausted everything. So they announce the OMO operation, then they increase the OMO operation, then they reduce the interest rate, then they gave the dollar INR swap, right? So whatever they can do, they have done it, but still markets are keep falling, right? So unless now the last resort, they have to reduce long-term capital gain tax, short-term capital gain tax, and that kind of things only. But I don't think the government will be willing to do that, knowing by this government, right? So downside markets, are open to any level. So that's my assumption. So don't go and sell any put option. Be careful. At the same time, the market has fallen so much, anytime technical bounce can come. So if you are selling a call option, so make sure that you know how much it can retrace, and beyond that one can do. And also, sell when markets go higher, it's like a sell and rise market, something like that, right? Resistance, if you see, that also I discussed, 22,500, 22,800, and 23,300. So these are the three resistances. So markets will be definitely volatile, and usually whenever there was a big selling by FII, the following day morning itself, domestic institutions used to put in a lot of money. But a domestic institution, they have already put in 12,000 crore in just one trading session. How much more they will be willing to put in the market, and where will they go for resources? So I'm sure, this time, monthly SIP inflow, or, inflow from retail people, it will start coming down. So it cannot be like 40,000 crore. That means, even if they get 40,000 crore, then it becomes, like 2,000 crore per trading session. But now, assuming that, it comes down to 30,000 crore, of course, we don't know what will be the data, but I'm just assuming, then you will have only about, 1,500 crore per day financial power. But then, in one day, they have taken away 12,000 crore, right? So that is a kind of fall. So anyway, time to be very, very cautious on the long side. And, even many people, they call me, they say, can we buy the stocks now? I tell them, okay, you want to buy, you can start buying some portion only now. Okay, market can correct, even more. So you must be able to buy and average. That is one thing. Second thing, the most important thing, you have to do the hedging properly. If you don't do the hedging, you will be in trouble. And believe me, I bought Nifty Beats when the Nifty was at 24,000. Because I thought it has already fallen more than 2,000 points. So what's wrong if I'm buying? Then came to 23,500. Then I thought, okay, again I buy. Then again, when the market started, I changed my view. No, this is not going to recover. Then I waited. And one day it came to 22,500. I thought, okay, why not? I'll buy. I buy. Then now again, the very next day, the market has fallen 400 points. So now I bought at 24,000, then 23,500, then 22,500. And if you see, my average will be like somewhere around 23,200 or something like that, right? But I'm still sitting with a decent 1,000 points, more than 1,000 point loss. But my loss was not really that big, So that's because mainly I have done the hedging. Whenever I buy the Nifty base, I also buy a put option with 2% additional capital. Suppose if I invest 100 rupees in Nifty base, I buy put option by paying 2 rupees. I buy the put option expiring in December, right? So I buy at the money put option or slightly in the money put option. So no matter, like from 24,000 to 22,000 almost, right? So that's almost 7-8% fall, right? But I did not lose 7-8%. The maximum loss is only 2%. Because I bought at the money, so that's the maximum I lose. That 2% also, I keep selling some extra call options in short term actively. So I'm trying to recover that 2% also. So that means, no matter how much market goes down, I don't lose. Of course, these are all easy things to say, but, not very easy to execute. So buying and then buying the hedging is okay. But then to recover that hedging cost, you are doing some trades. That trade can also go wrong, right? So luckily the market was one-way move. So I did not have any problem in that. So therefore, though Nifty has fallen 7-8%, I'm still not in a loss. So then if you do not know all these things, right? So just better wait. Wait for, some kind of a stability. The markets are not stable. Market falling continuously. And, don't listen to the people who say, you see, like, I think last video I said, there was one television anchor who said, kahan jayenge FIIs, they have to come here, right? As if there is no other country in the world, right? What has happened after that? Only the biggest fall is coming. Markets might recover, but the thing is, if you buy a share for 100 rupees, it will go to 40 rupees, then again it will go to 200 rupees. But when you go to 40 rupees, what will be your psychology? If you are prepared for that psychology, then it's okay. No, not a problem. You can buy it, right? So if you are ready to buy a stock at 100 rupees, if it comes to 75 rupees, you must be able to buy, even more. Not the same quantity, even higher quantity. So if it goes to 50 rupees, even higher. But again, this also may work with good quality stocks. And what happened to stocks like Reliance Capital, Reliance Infra from 3,000 rupees, it has come to 30 rupees. That also. So what I'm saying, this can be done in Nifty base. Nifty base will definitely not go to zero. What happened to Reliance Capital, Reliance Infra, that will never happen to Nifty, because even if something happens, the bad stocks will go out and some other good stocks will be coming in. So, remember, Nifty is always the top 50 winning horses. That can never go to zero. So it's always safe to invest in Nifty Bs with the proper hedging, right? Than investing in stocks at this point of time, right? So things are not looking good. So let us see what is going to happen. So for this week, I'm expecting 21,800 to 22,500, looking at the open interest. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching. I'm back to India. So for next few days, I will be, my pre-market also, I will be putting up the video because I'm in India. I can wake up, the time zone is favorable for me. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching once again.